Okay, now we have our bottom tab navigator in our app. So I just added two extra screens like we created earlier of activity, profile, upload, search, and home. So now you can see each one of them goes to a different page. You can see that it changes the component every time you select it, and it's focused, so it's highlighted the one tab that you're on. But we don't want to use the text there. We want to have some icons. Just looks a lot nicer, and that's what they do in Instagram. So in order to do that, we're going to leverage Expo. So this is something that Expo makes super easy. It's already pretty easy in React Native, but it's basically, we don't have to install anything when we do Expo, and we have a huge list of icons we could use. So if we go to Expo documentation and search for icons, we'll find these vector icons. And you can see there's a whole list of icons that we could use. There's different types of home icons. We could use search. So we could use all these for each one of our tabs on our bottom tab navigator. So the way that we use this is these import ion icons from vector icons. So we're going to do that in the tab navigator. And right now we're just passing in the whole component itself. But there's a lot more features to React Navigation than just this passing in the component and the tab. So instead of doing this, we could do screen equals. So we're going to put this on another line so it's easier to read. So this is basically the same thing as the one below. So if we reload our screen, it's the same thing. It's just more explicit, and it also allows us to do navigation options, which gives us more options to customize the bottom tab navigator. So we could do tab bar label, and that's what this label is. So right now it's defaulting to home since our title of our component is home, but you could also just make it whatever you want. So right now we just changed it to whatever. It's still referencing the same component, but it's just customizing a little tab. So we don't have to like do a bunch of CSS or weird things to get it to change. You might want to change the name depending on your scenario, but right now we just want to keep it blank, honestly. Right now you can't see anything, and you can still tap on it, but you can't see it. What we want to do is replace it with an icon. So we could do tab bar icon, I believe it is, and that takes in a function. And then we want to check out how we use these icons. So we're already importing the ion icons, and we just want to use the component ion icons, and it takes in the name, which is where we could find in the vector icons directory a size and a color. So we're just going to copy and paste this to see if this works. So this is just a check mark that's green, and reload, not showing up. So let's see what we're doing. Okay, tab bar icon. So before I said this is the code I already wrote to build sell that, so that I had a better idea of what I was going to build for this. But let's see, maybe we need to pass in focused. Oh, actually, you know what I have to do? We have to rerun this. I think since we're using icons, so you can see down here, this is, okay, here we go. So there's already a change. So there was some other changes for React Navigation version 3 versus version 2. Tab bar icon is probably on that next, but in this case, choose one time. So let's try a different icon. So we're going to go up to icons, icon directory. Let's try for home. And we're going to use an ion icon. So we're just going to do I as home. So that's what we used in here. I'm going to use single quotes just because I like single quotes better than double quotes.